Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is true. I am the head coach of Fnatic, but most of you knew already. I couldn't speak about it for obvious reasons, and I needed to keep, you know, keep myself from revealing it, due to the circumstances. It's okay if you guys talk about it, but I can't talk about it. I can't confirm or deny until negotiations are set and done. But it is indeed true. It feels good to finally share it. I am proud to share it. I am honored to have this position. And for all the Fnatic fans out there and the YamatoCannon fans out there, I am going to, as I mentioned before, I'm going to, give my life to this project. It's always, Fnatic and these higher end teams always are a grand challenge because the expectations are very, very different. And I feel, on a personal note, that I have accumulated the right amount of experience and I feel more ready than ever to take upon this challenge with the players that we've acquired in this off season. I'm super, super excited about the roster. I think we have a very deadly combination of players that have reached very, very high level in terms of individual play and also in team play. And I think we are very, very like minded in terms of how we want to approach practice and also how we view how a team should be ran. Also, someone that I'm super, super excited to work with is Gary. Some of you know him as Tolkicast. For me, he's Pokemon Gary. He doesn't play Pokemon, but that's just a nickname I gave him in this moment. He has such insane skill sets that aren't that common in esports, and he's very, very experienced and in completely different walks than I am experienced in. And I think already with all of the meetings and the conversations I've had with him, I am so, so excited to work with him. I am hosting an AMA, just as always. Of course, the content is going to slow down on this channel due to the conflict of interest. I can't make league content while I'm competing, and already my season starts as a head coach already in this moment. I won't be making that much league content. We'll see what I can cook up together with Fnatic, but I won't be able to do much that is time consuming on my end. If anything, there might be some Pokemon content or chess content heading your way due to the nature of the business. I don't know how much time I will have free. Chess and Pokemon works a little bit easier due to there's no conflict there at all, right? There's no conflict if I reveal some Pokemon investment strategies that I've been following. If you follow my Pokemon investment strategies, you're probably gonna lose money because I am not that great at it. I'm just starting out and learning. But nevertheless, I'm sure a lot of you have questions about the off season, about the choices, about what's coming up, about the challenges. So I urge you to join us on the R YamatoCannon subreddit. A link is in the description below. AMA number 32, I believe, maybe 31. You just hop in and ask your questions, and we're going to post that AMA very, very soon. I mentioned already the channel, the content is going to slow down. That's why it kind of stopped so abruptly. That was the point in time where negotiations were elevated to another level. Something that I wanted to add is I was kind of vague and ambiguous in terms of my reasoning as to why I didn't sign with Sandbox. And now that the off season is over, there's nothing that I can say that is going to weaken my position in the off season. But I had the intention to stay in Europe. A big worry of mine was, after being in Korea, I loved Korea, and I'm going to continue to learn Korean for my own interest, and it being such a powerful asset in terms of, future coaching jobs and future, ideas within Fnatic. Let's say in a couple of years, we decide to approach Korean players. The asset of me being able to speak Korean can be lethal and deadly. So it's just the natural progression in acquiring new skills that are going to help me in the head coaching department. But back to the point that I started at is I went over to Korea and I had to do the 2 week quarantine. And between splits and during breaks, I want to, of course, travel back. And COVID creates a level of uncertainty. And in the worst case scenario, in a world where South Korea or Germany turns into a risk zone, which I can't predict, I think it's very difficult to predict, then there might be a world where would have had to quarantine for potentially months in total, over a year. And that to me would look, I don't mind the quarantine portion of it. Like it's that portion of it is easy, but it affects the things that I want to do in life. It affects my work. Me being inside of a box, well, not a box, I shouldn't call it so harsh, inside of an apartment, and not having outside access beyond this good conversations and so forth, makes my work worse. And that's not something that can fly. Fnatic has always been, coaching Fnatic has always been a dream of mine. Back in season 1 and season 2, I was playing a lot with Xpeke and Shushe and solo queue, and there was like this idea and notion of me potentially joining Fnatic. It wasn't like, he has a contract in hand. No, because at the time I was just a kid and my age was obviously a problem. It was just something that was floating in the air. They acquired, of course, Soaz, who was an absolute monster for Fnatic. So it's not about that. It's just about the idea, the seed that was planted in my mind from that point in time. Definitely stuck with me. Fnatic, I've competed since the genesis of that Fnatic roster back in season 1, and competing against Fnatic has always been a grand event. I think that's the case for any team in the LEC, and me as a player, me as a coach, beating Fnatic was something, that was deemed, a great, great challenge. And now to join Fnatic, having that responsibility on my shoulders is a great honor. I am super, super excited to just get to work and to prove all the naysayers and to work my ass off to beat G2, because that is going to be, to die for. That feeling is going to be insane, even though I have, of course, some friends of G2 with some of the players that I have coached in the past. There will be no mercy when it comes to the potential competition on the Rift. And just to be able to speak about it out loud really fills my heart with joy. I think that's it. I will leave you guys to the question asking. I'm sure you guys can get the things that you want out of me through your questions. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for backing me up and following me on this journey. I don't say it enough, but it means a great deal to me. All of you, the names that I recognize in the comment sections, on the Discords, on the Twitch streams. It is amazing to have you guys back me up. So thank you very much. And I'll catch you guys on the AMA video. Thank you.